Okay, good evening once again. Welcome to the Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast for Tuesday, October 13th. In this episode, we're going to be going over today's news headlines. Once again, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscasters. So once again, we will send links out to those um, sites. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So once again, thanks for joining us. If you're in here, we appreciate you coming in here. So we are live. So we will send you links in just a second. So we go ahead and send over your links. I will send those links over. So switch this out, and we have it up on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and send the links in. If you want to come in video chat with us, you can via the StreamYard section. So once again, thanks for coming in, Isaac. Sorry about that. I think that's Zoom. Okay, I might get I got the wrong system. Okay, let me get that switched in. Apologize. Oh yes. I got it here. Here it is. StreamYard link. So that's send. So I got to send over to YouTube as well. So we got to send over to YouTube as well. So we're going to be doing some, I'm going to reload. And we'll send over to Edwin too. So once again, we apologize tonight. So we'll also send it over to the YouTube side. We have it on YouTube as well. And we'll send it over to the Facebook side as well. So Facebook will be, we'll have another link too. We'll send it, we'll put it public. So if you want to come in and talk on sports, you can. Here on Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast, we'll go through the news headlines here. Once again, thanks for joining us. We are live, so let's go ahead and switch out and see what's happening on the in the world of sports. I'm going to go through those share screen. I'll get my share screen switched in, and there we go. Okay, once again, the score 7-7. Bills and Titans, so that game is going on right now. Also in the NLCS, it is 2-0 Atlanta on top of LA, so 2-0 Atlanta on top of the LA Dodgers. That's in the bottom of the fourth, going on right now in earnest. So let's go over to talk about this article right here. I'll be start doing that in a second. Okay, sources, New York Jets are trying to trade Le'Veon Bell, so that's what they're talking about in this article. So I think it's very important. If whoever wants to get Le'Veon Bell will be able to get him in that sweepstakes. So that's just what they're going to do. So if it's going to be a lot of teams that's going to want him. So sorry about that. I know he's laughing at me. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. So I look at it this way. Look, he wants it's Le'Veon Bell is disappointed. He signed a 4-year deal worth $52.5 million. So he's also averaging over 3.3 yards a carry. So he should be more productive in that Jets backfield. Only 3.3 yards a carry is not something that we see every day. So once again, how you doing, Isaac? Yep, I see you. I see you on YouTube as well. So I see you. So glad to see you. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. We will switch out. So let's go over to this one. And Isaac, if you want to talk about this, you can. Come on down. So we all talk about this. Florida Gators stop football activities after coronavirus outbreak. So that's just what happened. The Florida football program, including players, coaches, personnel, had 19 positive tests. So this hopefully they can play the game this coming Saturday when LSU comes to town. But the team had 21 cases. Once when players returned to campus in late May, so that wasn't recent. So that's just what happened on that screen. It was just, be honest with you, look, if they can play this game, look, if they have those 19 tests, they're going to have to try to cut the operations down. But if they decide to do it, then more power to them. So, once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com and we'll move along. Okay, let's talk about this. Looks like Stan Van Gundy looks like he will emerge as a candidate for the New Orleans Pelicans job. I think it should be up to if he gets it. I think he'll be a good asset to Zion Williamson and the talent that we have on this Pelicans roster. So I look at it this way: if we can get Stan Van Gundy, that will be a great investment. But a lot of teams are going to be looking for a coach. They also have Tyler Lue. It's another coach that's going to be interviewing for the New Orleans Pelicans job. So Stan Van Gundy has a record of 523 wins and 384 losses. Also, he has a 48-43 record. His winning percentage is .427. In the NBA, that's the playoffs. So I look at it this way: that could be somebody that can give us stability in this team. So make no mistake about it. Look, if you think this is a good idea, come on down. Send your give us looks like we got a thumbs up by somebody. I see who's in there. Let's see who's making those thumbs up. Looks like Amy's in there. Thank you, appreciate it. Once again, this is from Adrian Wojnarowski. Follow him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. So I'll show you those candidates. So let's give you those candidates. These are the candidates, the vacancies. Doc Rivers was the coach with the Clippers. Let's roll it back a little bit so you see it. Doc Rivers, Mike D'Antoni, Billy Donovan, Nate McMillan, and also Alvin Gentry. So that is those coaches that got fired. How you doing? Who that? What's up? Cuz, what's up? I appreciate you coming in. So I think this is a very pivotal time for the New Orleans Pelicans to get coach like Stan Van Gundy, because look, Stan Van Gundy can get this team back to where it came in the recent years. So once again, this is from ESPN. We will switch this over and we will talk about this. All the Who Dat fans, you want to talk about this article? New Orleans Saints to meet with LSU about home games. Because of the Mayor Cantrell. Yep. Thank you, Cuz. I appreciate it. Once again, I mean, if you want to comment about this, please comment about this through the Sportscaster, YouTube, and Facebook chat rooms, or if you want to come in video chat with us, the StreamYard links are in the in those categories. So if you want to, like I said, look, right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Mayor Cantrell is not going to let any games go on in the city, because right now, the city is under phase 2 of the coronavirus limitation. So, look, if LSU can get those games, it'll be out of the city. So that most likely will happen. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully Mayor Cantrell can come to a conclusion that we need fans in the city and Saints fans and tourist dollars, because this city is going to struggle without those tourist dollars, and also the Saints. So if you want to comment about this, Mike Triplett put this out. You can follow him at ESPN. So it will be in Tiger Stadium. They are talking about it. So if you want to talk about this article, please let us know. I'll go ahead and play the video for you. So let's play this video in vain. So let's go ahead and do that.
Push the ball down the field, and Drew Brees did get the one long ball to Jared Cook, but they aren't dominant defensively like I thought that they would be. There was one good play, and then you saw him dink and dunk throughout the rest of the game. But if Drew Brees and this offense are going to play like this, Scott, they're going to have to be 2015 Denver Broncos good on defense, and we just haven't seen that from the New Orleans Saints. So going forward, they're going to have to scheme up balls down the field, play tighter defense, because if not, they won't compete with the Seattles, the Green Bay Packers, and some of the other.
And I think he's right. They will not compete with the Seattles of the world. So to be honest with you, right now the Saints are behind the 8 ball in the NFC, because look, to be honest with you, we got Carolina. That's going to be in week 7, and we got the Bears. That's going to be in week 8, and in week 9 we got Tom Brady again. So that's going to be 3 tough games. I mean, we have to come out of these ruts. That's one thing we have to do. We cannot afford to go behind again, because it is absolutely highly impossible to get out of those holes. And like I said, with this Michael Thomas suspension, it also set the Saints team back a couple of steps. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, right now this is a pivotal time, and they also, like I said, I just talked about it. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. We'll switch this out to the screen. I'm gonna see what else we're gonna talk about. 2 clubs threaten Premier League exit, so that's what they're talking about during Project Big Picture talks. So let's go ahead and listen to what these 3 individuals had to say about this. About these Premier League teams leaving during this.
There is a solution needs to be made. The lower league clubs don't get enough money out of the big clubs at the moment. They're really struggling. I think the percentage shift from what it used to be prior to the Premier League is unrecognisable now. And Ian made the point about the League Cup. You know, this time last year, I think Rochdale played Manchester United at Old Trafford, and I was speaking to their chairman. They're a League One club, and he said that just by playing Manchester United at Old Trafford and getting a game on TV and the crowd that came with it, they earned £493,000 from one game. Now, that was enough to keep them in business for 3 months in terms of paying the wages, paying the staff. That sort of money is huge. So I don't understand why Rick Parry, the chairman of the EFL, is actually advocating a plan which suggests getting rid of the League Cup, because that is a real meal ticket for a lot of these clubs. So it doesn't stack up. But ultimately, football in England does need to find a way to balance the books a little bit more. It'll never be equal. The big clubs will always claim a greater share. But
yeah, I think they should balance the books, because look, they lost some games due to this coronavirus pandemic. So they're going to have to catch up, because look, the Premier League, these teams that's looking to exit most likely will not stay in that Premier League no more. So that's just something to consider if you're a Premier League soccer fan. So once again, this is from the Associated Press. Go to the Associated Press. So we'll be good. Okay, let's give you an update on the Titans and Bills. Once again, it is 7-7. Looks like a touchdown. So it's 14-7. So 14-7 Titans on top of the Bills. The scoring play drive was 7 plays, 30 yards. Took 3 minutes and 5 seconds off the time of possession. And 13:54 was your time. So once again, 14-7 Titans lead. So let's give you an update on Atlanta and LA, once again, it's top 5, 2-0. Atlanta on top of the LA Dodgers. That's in the top of the 5th, 1 down. So that's going on in earnest. So the game is on FS1. So you want to watch that game, it will be on FS1. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is another one. Dustin Johnson tested positive for COVID-19 out of the CJ Cup. So that's another individual. He is going to be not playing. This is in golf terms right here. Raven Fan 19, thanks for joining us. Also, Isaac, see you, buddy. So very disappointing. So this is what happened in this coronavirus outfit. So hopefully that could be. Let's go ahead and read this. Okay, I'm gonna read this article. This is only short article. We'll show the video. So let's go ahead and show. Okay, this is from Jeremy Fowler talking about Dak Prescott's season-ending injury. He did leave the stadium. So that's what they're talking about. What's next for Dak Prescott? And the NFL execs predict the quarterback's future. So I look at it this way. I hope he does come back. I hope Dak Prescott does come back. Because look, how you doing, Kerry? What's up? Kerry Thompson, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Want to come in video chat with us? You can via the StreamYard link that's in Facebook. So we will let y'all in. So if you so it's another individual. So if you got a comment about Dak Prescott, come on down. Feel free to do that. Hook 'em. Luke also is on. So once again, to me, look, he did have a season-ending injury, but the timetable for him coming back, we don't know. He might not come back maybe till next year. He might be stronger than ever next year. Because like I said, they're going to have to rely on Andy Dalton in their offense for Dallas. So once again, this is from, let's go through the NFL power rankings. Let's go through that. So if you want to go through the NFL power rankings, we'll let you see where your teams are. So if you're in here, we'll let you know. Okay, once again, let's begin. The Seattle Seahawks at number 1. Last week they were ranked 2. Now they're in the number 1 spot. They're 5-0. Now followed by the Green Bay Packers at number 2. So number 2 is the Green Bay Packers. We'll scroll down. Their weaknesses is injuries. So that's just what's happening with their weaknesses in their situation. Also, Kansas City at number 3. Their weaknesses, too much pressure on Patrick Mahomes. So that's another discussion for another day. So that's just what's going on. Now, the Baltimore Ravens is ranked 4th. Passing offense is their weakness, so they're going to be relying on Lamar Jackson's feet all the time. That's just they're ranked 31st in passing, so they have to be a little bit more consistent in their passing for the Baltimore Ravens. Number 5, the Buffalo Bills passing defense. That's their weakness. They're ranked 5th last week. In the week 5, week 6, they're still at number 5. The Pittsburgh Steelers, their biggest weakness is the deep ball. So Ben Roethlisberger is struggling with the deep balls going downfield. So that's what is happening with that situation with Ben Roethlisberger. So if you're in here, if you want to comment about these rankings, you can. The Los Angeles Rams, kicking is their weakness. Their kicker, Samuel Slocum, is a 7th-round pick from Miami, Ohio. He's He's 6 of 8 on his field goals, which is 28th in the NFL. So that's just the problems with them. Now the Tennessee Titans, their problem is the run defense. They're giving up 498 rushing yards a game. That's average of 5.8 yards per carry. Now this right here, the New Orleans Saints, this right here, this is your biggest concern right here, is penalties. They're getting 11 pass interference calls. That's a total of 244. So that's just something we cannot allow to happen, is those pass interference calls and those pre-snap penalties. They're getting those pre-snap penalties time and time again. And you cannot do that. I mean, that just absolutely disintegrates a drive. I mean, anytime when you have a drive going and you get 15-yard penalty, guess what? That just backs you behind the 8 balls. So that's what we're talking about. And also, they're getting the pass rush on the quarterback, but also you can say with Michael Thomas out. That's another weakness right there. It's Michael Thomas being out for a game or two, because like I said, if he continues on his path, having a bad attitude, guess what? That coach is going to get rid of him. I mean, what I said in my comments today was absolutely on target. Now, the Cleveland Browns, the secondary is the problem. So that's the problems right there we're discussing. So if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, if you agree with that, you can give me your opinion via the Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster platforms. So if you want to give me your opinions. Now the New England Patriots tight end production. This is what they're talking about. Julius Edelman let ball slip through his hands. So that's what's happening in New England is Julius Edelman. I mean, he's got to start catching that football. Julius Edelman, that's just unacceptable. I mean, what? They're relying on Julius Edelman to get those plays in. Now, the New England Patriots is discipline. This is the main weakness right here. This is going to be their downfall. Sure, they got Tom Brady and all that. They have racked up 133 penalties last season and also 11 for 109 on Thursday night versus that was 11 penalties in that game against the Bears. And that's the reason why the Bears won that football game, because of their inability to clamp down on those penalties. Because once you get a penalty, that just, like I said, it just disintegrates the flow of the game and the plays. Now the Chicago Bears run offense. That's another situation with the Chicago Bears. They're ranked 13th in the power rankings. Now, Coach Nagy, who doubled offensive play callers, the Bears in a week 6, 26 in total rushing yards with 477. So that's one thing you got to look at. You got to get some runs. It's just like the Saints. When they run the football, you got to give them some plays that's going to work. Not give them plays that's just going to get them maybe no yards or maybe 1 yard or just lesser than that. So we'll go through all the rankings. So next one is the running game. This is another situation. It's called the running game. They're also having problems with their running game. Now the Indianapolis Colts, they're ranked 19th in rushing with 105.8 yards a game. Also, to be honest with you, they're 31st in yards per average with 3.6. That's just, if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan, you need to be worried about this. Absolutely concerned with that, because the running game is going to, they're going to have to pass maybe you could say countless times. You could I could say if they have to pass about 48 times or close to 60 or 70, that's going to happen. You have to have an effective running game. It doesn't matter if you're now the Raiders are turnover differential. They're -4 in their turnover ratios. So they're ranked 25th. So this is what we talk about every single time when you see a football game and they say turnover differentials, you gotta be in the plus category. Because if you're not in the plus category, you're not winning the game. I hate to tell you that. I really hate to tell you folks that. That's here on Facebook. Also, Sportscaster. I don't want to. That's what they're not. They're getting. They have 7 giveaways, including 6 fumbles lost, 1 interception, and also recovered 3 on a 3 on INTs. That's on interceptions. So that's 3 interceptions. That's creating turnovers is something. Now, the Arizona Cardinals, this is another weakness we're going to be going through, is the interceptions. They are getting 1 interception this season. So that's just what we're talking about. So I'll be honest with you. They're ranked 31st in pressure percentages. They only have a rate of 19.5 on that number. So 19.5 on that number. Now, the next one is the offensive line for the San Francisco 49ers. And that's another situation. They was ranked 13th in the Week 5 rankings. Now they're dropped to 17th. So they're kind of dipping in these rankings right here. Now, 49ers talking about the offensive line dealt with injuries during camp. The 49ers have wielded 18 sacks, the 4th most in the NFL, and also they're 22nd in win rates. So that's another one. And also line of scrimmage consistency. So that's another situation we're talking about. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. I just don't understand why the 49ers. They got Jimmy Garoppolo, but the truth of the matter is your offensive line has to be efficient in order to have a good offensive series and stuff like that. Now, the Dallas Cowboys defense is their concern. Giving up in that game, in that shootout last Sunday, Andy Dalton had to come in and get them a win, but they did give up 47 points in that shootout win. Now, the next one is the Carolina Panthers, the Saints' next opponent after the bye week. Their main problem is the run defense. So their run defense right now is their biggest weakness, giving up 135 yards to ranks amongst the bottom half of the NFL. So they're ranked at the bottom. So they're not that good in run defense. That's just what we're discussing. Also, the Los Angeles Chargers, the team that almost won the game last night. Chargers could have very well be 4-0 instead of 1-3, so they're 1-4. Now, this is their concern right here, would be turnovers. So that is their concern for the Chargers. Now, Minnesota Vikings, pass blocking. That is pass blocking. So the pass blocking has to be a little bit more consistent. They're ranked 22nd in pass blocking win rates. That's another situation. Also, the Philadelphia Eagles linebacker play. They have a smaller amount of cap dollars to get a linebacker. So hopefully they can build up their cap space, knock it down and get them a linebacker. Now the Miami Dolphins will be the run game. So hopefully you're here, Isaac. If you want to come on and talk about this, you can. 23rd. They were 24th last week. Now they're 23rd. Run game. So Miami passing game flows very well, but the run game has to be consistent in those areas. O.J. Howard has 18 carries for 14 yards. He has to be more consistent. So this is what O.J. Howard has in his game. Now, the Houston Texans, slow starts. So they're going to be slow and sluggish since they coach got fired, Daniel Bryan. So I'll be honest with you. Look, they're going to have to get back on solid ground because, look, this organization absolutely is got screwed up once they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. That's another reason why this team is absolutely going down the tubes when it comes to those situations. Now, the Detroit Lions, literally tile defense. That's what they're talking about. They allow 5.16 yards per rush. That's 170 yards a game. So that's just something right there. You can't do is give up those yards. So and let's go through the Cincinnati Bengals. This is what we're talking about. Hopefully Joe Burrow can get better. Right now it's the offense. The offense has not been efficient. They have a shaky offensive line. The offensive line's not very reliable. So once again, he will get hit 9 times out of 10. Joe Burrow. Now the Washington football team. Was offense. They're ranked 30th. Next, second to, I could say, first to last in their offensive efficiency. You got to be more consistent in offense in games. So Washington football team just absolutely dropping down. They were at 26 last week. Now they're down to 27. That's one spot. Now the Denver Broncos takeaways. That is what they need to do. The lackluster scoring offense isn't far behind, so that's what they're talking about. So they're -3 in the turnover ratio. So they have to be consistent in those turnover ratios. Now for the Jacksonville Jaguars, ranked 29th. The defense giving up 30 points in 4 consistent games. So 4 competitive games. I mean, look, allowing 417 yards a game is just something you cannot do because, look, they're not going to get better. Now, the Atlanta Falcons suck this year. I'll be honest with you. I know it's going to make Saints fans happy, but hey, I have to say it. They absolutely suck this year. They're just not that good. 0-5 hole right now. Matt Ryan's throwing over a touchdown in 2 games, so that's what they're talking about. They give up 32 points a game and also 446 yards a game. So that's just now the New York Giants, they're ranked 31st. They're 0-5 and scoring touchdowns. They only scored 6 touchdowns through 5 games. That's just through those 5 games in the last couple of they have 4.6 yards per play and ranked 29th in the NFL. That's just absolutely trash. So they're going to have to rebuild. I'm going to tell you, New York Giants are going to have to rebuild within a few years because those Giants fans up there and that New York media are absolutely going to just tear them to pieces. Now, also another New York team that's in the crapper is the New York Jets. It's football. That's their one weakness. That's another weakness that's coming into their the folds for those watching on. So if you're a New York Giants fan, I'm pretty sure you have to be concerned about the New York Giants, because the New York Giants, it's just like the New York Jets. So the New York Jets and the New York Giants are just two teams that have to be blown up and rebuild. Because I'm going to tell you, those two teams are just absolutely going to go 0-10. They most likely going to be vying for that 0-10 spot before once the season ends. So they only 5 away from that. So going 0-10. So that's just those two teams, the New York Giants and the New York Jets. So once again, 32nd New York Giants. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Let's give you an update on the Bills and Titans. So update on Bills and Titans. Once again, it is 14-10. They had the punt, so the ball is going to be spotted at the 9-yard line. Buffalo will take over on that possession. So once again, 14-10. So Buffalo did score on a field goal, 10 plays, 50 yards. Took 5 minutes and 19 off the time of possession, and 8:38 was the scoring play time. So that was in the second quarter. So Tyler Bass kicked the 43-yard field goal. So once again, your score is 14-10 with 3:55 remaining in the first. And let's see what else we'll talk about. Looks like, okay, the Atlanta Braves was giving an update on the Atlanta and LA game. So we'll go through the Atlanta-LA baseball game. It is 6-0 Atlanta. That's in the top of the fifth. Atlanta is batting, 2 outs in the inning. So once again, let's see how the Atlanta orders. Ronald Acuna is 0 for 1, so he's hitting 0 for 1. Ronald Acuna. Freddie Freeman is 2 for 3, so he's 2 for 3 in the game. Ozana, if I'm saying his name right, he's 0 for 2. Diano is 0 for 2. Abias, I'm reading his name, is 1 for 2. And Swenson, he's 0 for 2. That's in the Atlanta batting order. So once again, 6-0. So the only guys contributing is Freddie Freeman. He has 3 RBIs in the game. So Freddie Freeman is the one that is contributed tonight. So once again, your score is 6-0. At 7:40 will be the Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays that will be on. So that will be on ESPN. So let's see. We just went through the let's go ahead and play this video. Let's talk about all the Packers, the best team in the NFL. So if you want to comment about this, you're welcome to comment. So we're going to hear this video from NFL Live on ESPN. So let's go ahead and play this.
Here with you, Dan Orlovsky, with some power rankings heading into Week 6. So as we head into Week 6, which team should be atop the power rankings best team in the NFL?
Green Bay Packers. This is an offense that has scored 30 points in every game they've been in. They haven't turned the football over yet. Their quarterback looks as good as he has in multiple years. They have the best offensive line in football. They've also done this without Devontae Adams. He's coming back and going to be healthy again at some point here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And then they've also won those with a defense that's trying to figure out who they are. You know, like Kenny Clark hasn't played, so maybe the run game's been a little softer than they want. He's coming back. But I still say the difference makes.
Right now, yeah, I think the Green Bay Packers should be the number 1 team. But right now, the Seattle Seahawks is the number 1 team in the NFL right now. I mean, sure, that argument might be valid. But look, Seattle has a lot to say about it, because look, Seattle right now is on another level. They're 5-0. Sure, the Green Bay Packers 4-0. That's understandable after 5 weeks. But the truth of the matter is, look, you got to compare those teams. I mean, look, if Green Bay gets in the playoff, they might get the number 1 seed. Same thing with Seattle. If they win, they get the number 1 seed. It's going to be a constant battle week in and week out. for that number one seed going into the playoffs. So once again, this is from ESPN. You go to ESPN.com. So we will move out of this one, and we will give you. Looks like we're at 40 minutes. So we will be running. I'm going to go ahead and see what else we can. We'll go to Crescent City Sports. I'm going to see if we got anything on Crescent City Sports. I'm going to send it. Get my Crescent City Sports screen up. So we'll put that up in a second. We got Crescent City Sports. So we'll go through Crescent City Sports articles on the screens. Okay, Crescent City Sports, once again, talking about Saints exploring home games at Tiger Stadium. Let's see. And okay, Breeze, Saints somehow gets win over Herbert's Chargers. So that came out Les East. Put that out. So Les East put this out. Once again, please follow him at Crescent City Sports. They are pretty good. So once again, he completed 20 of 34 for 264. So he had a pretty good night in the game. But he did get sacked a couple of times by the Saints defense. So I look at it this way. Look, that was a convincing win in my book. I think the Saints defense was a little lethargic in the first half, giving up big plays, including a 64-yard touchdown to Mike Williams. But the truth of the matter is, what the Saints defense in the end came out of it and won. I mean, plain and simple. So, I mean, a lot of people could say that was luck and all that. No. Don't even think that way, because look, this team they fall apart, but the truth of the matter is they'll find ways to win. That's just my opinion. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. See what else we'll talk about, and I'm gonna go over to. Let's go to this. Recruiting LSU basketball receives commitment for 2021. That's Alex Fudge. So once again, Alex Fudge will come to the LSU Tigers. He was 45th prospect in the nation. So he was 9th in the country. He also in the 2021. So assistant coach Bill Armstrong led the way. Along with Taz Mitchell for the Tigers. And also Fudge told 247 Sports his relationship with the Tigers well weighed. He's a 6'8", 175 player. So I think it's a good, if he comes, I think it's going to be a great asset to the LSU basketball onslaught basketball offense and defensive plays. Now he averages 16 points a game. He also averages 10 rebounds, 3.5 block shots, and also 1.3 assists. He played at Robert E. Lee High School. He led that team to a 23-5 season. So I think this is a very good investment to get this young man in earnest. So I'm glad he is going to be an LSU Tiger. So once again, Alex Fudge will be an LSU Tiger for the LSU basketball team for the 2021 season. So once again, it's from Renee Nato. Follow him at Crescent City Sports, Renee Nato. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about. Looks like we have. We will see what else we're going to switch over to. I'm gonna move this out of the screen. Let's stop the screen share right here. And I'm going to put this in, and we're going to see what's happening on the sports news on Bang. So we're going to go there. Okay. This is from East Bay Times. So I'm going to put this in, this East Bay Times article. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. So let me put this in. I'm going to stop the screen share, and we'll put the one from East Bay Times in. We'll give you that about Clayton Kershaw. So I'm going to go ahead and take a block. So let's go ahead and get this off the screen so we can see the full article. I'm going to switch it. So we're going to not run this. And I'll just rerun it again. I can get it set up. I'm going to reset it. I know it's a lot of ad block. I know it's a lot of ads on there and stuff like that. But I want to see the article. So we're going to switch this. We're going to get this article out of here. So let's get this switched over. So once again, Clayton Kershaw, I'm going to put it in. Give me 1 second to put it in. I'll pop it in. There it is. Okay, Clayton Kershaw scratched from game 2. So he is not going to be playing. So it just came out about 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. Central. So once again, Clayton Kershaw will not play in the game versus the Atlanta Braves. So he that game's going on right now. So he's not playing. So that's just unfortunate for Clayton Kershaw. So once again, this is from East Bay Times. Go to eastbaytimes.com. So we will switch this out, and we'll give you more. I'll give you another article. Okay, let's go to NJ.com. I'm going to give you that article right now. Switch this article to the NJ Time. Okay, this is from NJ Times, NJ.com to Jersey. Who is Rutgers' top recruit? That's Tywone Malone. He's his 8th grader. He's a defensive. His defensive line coach can tell you. So this is the young man they talk about. Tywone Malone. The young man, he's an 8th grader, so he's only in 8th grade. He has a future in college football, so I think this young man, Georgia Tech, and running backs, former running back Charlie Robinson and former Rutgers player Jay Bellamy, who had a 14-year-old kid. This is the young man they talking about. He played for his football team, so he played for the he was ranked 3rd best on the 14 under team. So once again, this is a young man that's going to be Malone. This young man will be a force to be reckoned with when it comes once the recruiters will be looking for this young man. So and he also looks like he also plays baseball for the BC Cruisers. So that's in New Jersey. So once again, Tywone Malone, if I'm saying his name right, I don't want to butcher this guy's name. So that's once again, this is from Todrick Hunt. Follow him at the NewJersey.com. That's NewJersey.com. And let's see what else we'll talk about. $49, so we're just into this broadcast. We'll get that. We don't have an ad blocker. We got to get rid of the ad blockers before we get rid of the ad blockers. So the ad blockers are getting rid. I got rid of the ad blockers. So once again, this is the I don't know why it keeps coming up. Hold on. So we show it on the screen. So the Vikings are top 20 despite one win. This is Mark Craig's NFL Power Rankings. So once again, his Power Rankings got the Minnesota Vikings at number. So I'm going to scroll it down, number 20. So they're at number 20. So that's once again, this is from the Star Tribune. Follow them at the Star Tribune. Positive notes. Traveled to Seattle with 4 wins through 5 games. So I'll be honest with you. Look, Minnesota might be 1-4, but they're in that top 20 when it comes to the NFL Power Rankings. So once again, this is from the Tribune Times. So that's in Minnesota. So I'm going to switch this out. And I'm going to go to this one, mlive.com. That's mlive.com. So we're going to go for those articles. I'm going to get that up. So this is from mlive.com. I'm going to get these ad blockers off before we start. Okay, Michigan State counts on tight end Mark Dobson less than a year after he tore his Achilles. So that's the young man that they're depending on to be the go-to tight end for the Michigan State football team. So he did suffer that was on November 9th of last year. So they hopefully they can get production out of him. He's a 6'5", 240 player. He was a 4-star prospect from Ohio. He has, as a freshman, he has 32 catches for 329. So that's just the, and also he's Dobson, and also Servant is out. Gillen steps up. He has 4 catches against Wake Forest. Now the 6'4", 245 redshirt sophomore has 12 catches for 147. So that's a big aspect right there. Is the tight ends for the Michigan State football team. So once again, this is from MLive. Go to mlive.com. So we will wrap this. We'll go over to another article. Okay, this is from Newsweek. We'll put this up on the screen. Okay, Florida coach wanted 90,000 fans at home this week, but now his players have corona, so that's what they're talking about. So Dan Mullen wanting 90,000 screaming fans in their stadium. But the truth of the matter is, right now, with these 19 players that's infected with the coronavirus, I don't think it can be accomplished. I really don't think it can be accomplished for several reasons. Because look, they have to wear masks. That's important to wear a mask because look, you can affect anybody in that stadium. That 90,000 fans, look, if they're sitting next to you and they don't have a mask on, you're definitely going to get infected. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they go 25%, but the governor of the state of Florida wants 100% of our fans. That's just absolutely wanting a death sentence. That's what I'm about to tell y'all. They absolutely want a death sentence for these people. I mean, look, sure, you can go root your team on in the bar or watch it at home or whatever. But look, 90,000 fans is not going to get it. I'm sorry. I mean, I know Coach Moore wants that, but that's not going to happen in this pandemic world. So once again, this is from Newsweek. Go to newsweek.com. That's newsweek.com. So we'll move along and we'll switch this off. And I'll go to another. We'll go to the East Bay Times again. Let's see if we got no air blockers on there. We'll shut them off before we even get those messages. Okay, once again, San Jose signs Patrick Moline as he nears the goalie Howie record. So that's what they're talking about. So he is going to be signed with the San Jose Sharks for a 1-year deal. He's trying to pass. That's in the Goldie Howell record. So this is he did his deal's worth $700,000 right here, $700 million right here. He's the all-time leader in points with 1,102. Also 518 power play goals. Also 161 game-winning goals. Also 1,551 games played. And also he's ranked second in Sharks history with assists with 584. So that's just what they're. He also. So he played 1,723 games, just shy of the all-time game record. So once again, he does sign with the San Jose Sharks. So this is from the East Bay Times. Go to the East Bay Times. And we'll get this off the screen and we'll switch this over. And let's see what... Okay, once again, Texas Michael Thomas auctions jersey to help the HBCU colleges and universities. So this is the this Michael Thomas, not our Michael Thomas, but a that of Michael Thomas. He is auctioning off his game-worn jersey to help with scholarships for the historically black colleges and universities. So I think it's a good investment what he does, because that speaks volumes right there about the individuals. So once again, this is from Texas Sports Nation. Please follow them at Texas Sports Nation at TexasSportsNation.com. So we're going to go through more. All right, let's see what else. Okay, once again, Olympic gold medalist Megan Dugan retires from the women's hockey team. So once again, this came out at 6/13. So she had a 14-year career with the USA national team. She's 33 years old. She was a captain of 3 Olympic teams, won the silver medal back in 10 and 14. Also won the first gold medal in 2018. That was in the Pyeongchang Olympics. That was in about 2 years ago. Also, she played Division I hockey with the Wisconsin Badgers from 2006 to 2009. She had 69 goals, 82 assists, and also 118 games played. So once again, Megan Dugan is going to be retired. So I'll be honest with you, she had a pretty good career with the USA team, winning gold medals and also silver medals and stuff like that. So once again, this USA team, look, sure, they might miss Megan Dugan, but they got some talent that can be that can replace her in an instant. So once again, this is from USA Today. Go to USA Today. So we are live. So once again, we are about just about close to half hour here on the show. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate everyone coming in tonight, and let's see what else we'll discuss. And let's see, we'll discuss this. Get that in my screen and Chrome tab, and we'll set that up. Okay, once again, this is from ListWire. This is a part of the USA Sports. These 29 teams won the most titles over 50 years. So the Lakers just won their 12th title since 1970. So that's just a pretty good record right there. So we'll show you these teams. This one is the Lakers. That would be number. So one that's the Lakers there. Montreal Canadiens won 8 since 1970. Also, the New York Yankees won 7. So it's 7. They won 27 titles, under 25% of their the last 50 years. Now, the next one is the New England Patriots with 6 titles. The Boston Celtics with 6. That was since the 2008. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers won 6 Super Bowls. They won, I think they won the one in 2008. That was a couple years ago. Now, the Chicago Bulls are in this list with 6. The Pittsburgh Penguins with 5, with Mario Lemieux, and led by Sidney Crosby, and so many others. So they won 5 titles. Also, the San Antonio Spurs won 5 titles. The San Francisco 49ers from 1982 to 1995 won 5. They also had 2 trips in 2012 and 19. So they went to the Super Bowl back in 2012 here in New Orleans, and then 2019 last year, 2019 season. So let's go through more. Okay, next one is the Dallas Cowboys. 25 years since the Cowboys won a championship. So also the Edmonton Oilers since 1990. The Boston Red Sox, they won the Game 7 of the 2003 World Series. That's 4 for them. Now, Golden State has 4 titles. Their first titles in 1975. Also, the New York Giants won 4 titles. Also, the Detroit Red Wings won 4. They won 1997, 1998, 2002, and 2008. Now, the next one is the Oakland A's since 1990, when they had the Bass brothers, Canseco and McGuire. The New York Islanders from 1976 to 1979, also 1980 to 1983, the New York Islanders. Also the Detroit Pistons, 2 titles with Isaiah Thomas. Now the Chicago Blackhawks, this is another one. They won 3 titles. They won one in 2010, 2013, 2015. Now, the next one would be the Denver Broncos. That would be another that's another one, the Denver Broncos with John Elway. They the last title was back a couple of years ago the San Francisco Giants. They won 3. They won one 2010, 12, 14. Also the Miami Heat, 3. With Dwayne Wade and Shaq O'Neal. And then LeBron James and Chris Bosh was a part of that team. Now the Boston Bruins won 3 titles. Their last title was back in 2011 in Vancouver. The St. Louis Cardinals, they won a title in 1982. 2006 and 2011. The New Jersey Devils with 3. So that's another team. Now we'll go to the Washington football team, formerly the Washington Redskins. They won in the 80s and 90s. That's going way back. Also, the Cincinnati Reds, they had the Big Red Machine. They had Joe Morgan and Pete Rose during those days. And the last one is Oakland Raiders. They won back in 1981. So they had the longest drought of winning a Super Bowl. So that's just so hopefully one year they will make the Super Bowl. The Oakland Las Vegas Raiders. I keep saying. So once again, this is from MSN Sports. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And we'll switch this out. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast here on StreamYard and Sportscaster and Facebook and also YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow once again with the Sports Talk Show, and also Ed Urcheron's show will begin at 7 p.m. We'll be on for that tomorrow night. You're on StreamYard. So please tune in. We will glad to see you. So once again, please like, share, and follow us at facebook.com/Kerry.Weebuyer at the number 75. That's my Facebook page. And also follow us on Twitter at Talk Kerry, TalkKerry. Also follow us on YouTube channel. We will be there all week with all the shows. Follow us on the Tumblr page. That is www.tumblr.com/blog/KLW7825. And also follow us on the flagship and play-by-play coverage center of LSU Tulane Saints high school football. So we will have high school football this Friday night after Friday night's Tulane game. We'll have the games for you via StreamYard. So we'll be here. Follow us there. Also follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Skype. And I'll also Zoom. If you want to come in Zoom, we'll put you in. I'll send you the link. We don't have a particular address for Zoom, but we will send you links. So if you want to come in video chat with us, you can via Zoom as well. So we will let you know about Zoom. Also follow us on LinkedIn. Follow us on the Sports Time, the Sports Talk with Kerry Weebuyer page. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm sorry about that. Once again, thanks for joining us, and everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday after even, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for Sports Talk. So everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow.